Sound familiar? A friendly but stressed-looking person, Anna, is on a video call when a native speaker asks, "So, Anna, how was your day?" She hesitates, her eyes darting around as she searches for words, and finally answers, "It was good." An awkward silence hangs in the air as Anna gives a weak, uncomfortable smile. That simple question, "How was your day?" for so many English learners is a moment of quiet panic. You search your mind for the perfect words, but all you can find are good, fine, or okay. You feel stuck, and the conversation just stops. But you are not alone. Here's the secret. A confident, natural answer isn't about learning hundreds of new, complicated words. It's about learning how to use the English you already know in a completely new way. In this video, I'll show you how to confidently describe your day, from morning to night, using real native-style phrases. Let's fix this together. Let's go back to Anna. She's a dedicated English learner, just like you. Her problem isn't a small vocabulary, it's her approach. When a native speaker asks, "How was your day?" it's not really a request for a full summary. It's an invitation to connect, to share a small piece of your life. And the easiest way to do that is by talking about your routine. The most important tool for this is the present simple tense. This is the grammar we use to talk about habits, facts, and things that happen regularly. It's the foundation for describing your day, because your day is made of routines. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m. I drink coffee. I go to work. These are simple, powerful sentences. Now, let's add the magic ingredient that makes your English sound so much more natural: adverbs of frequency. These are simple words that explain how often you do something. You know them already: always, usually, often, sometimes, and never. Look at the difference. I drink coffee is good, but I always drink coffee in the morning is much better. I check my emails is okay, but I sometimes check my emails before breakfast. That's fantastic. It adds personality and detail. Today, we'll follow Anna as she learns to combine these two powerful tools, the present simple tense and adverbs of frequency, to completely transform her English conversations. Let's start where every day begins, the morning. Instead of a simple one-word answer, you can share a small story about your morning. We're going to build sentences together, step by step. You can try repeating the phrases out loud. Let's start with waking up. You can say, "I wake up at 7 a.m. Now let's add an adverb of frequency to make it more personal. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Give that a try. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. What's next? Maybe you don't jump out of bed right away. You could say, "I always check my phone first." Or if you're different, "I hardly ever check my phone in the morning." Both sentences are perfect and sound completely natural. Here are a few more great phrases for the morning. Just listen and then repeat. The first thing I do is brush my teeth. Then I take a shower and get dressed. I always make a cup of coffee. I usually have cereal for breakfast. I leave home and walk to the bus stop at 8 a.m. Wonderful. Now, imagine a friend asks you, "What's your morning like?" Instead of freezing, you can answer with confidence. You could say, "Well, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. After I get dressed, I always have a cup of coffee. I normally leave for work around 8. See how much better that sounds? You're not just answering a question, you're starting a real conversation. You're doing great. Now let's move to the main part of the day, the afternoon. This is where most of us are busy with work or school or other activities. We're using the same tools here: present simple tense and adverbs of frequency. Maybe your day is very structured and predictable. You can use adverbs that show this. For example, I always start work at 9 a.m. Or my classes normally finish at 3 p.m. Lunch is a perfect topic for small talk. It's something everyone does. Let's practice a few different ways to talk about it. I usually have lunch at my desk. I sometimes go out for lunch with my colleagues. I hardly ever have time for a big lunch. Each sentence gives a different picture of your day. Let's practice a few more useful phrases for your work or study routine. Repeat them after me. I often have meetings in the afternoon. I generally check my emails throughout the day. I always take a short break around 3 p.m. I try to finish my most important work before lunch. You're doing amazing. Now it's your turn. What is one thing you always do in the afternoon? You can pause for a moment and say the sentence out loud. Or for even better practice, write it in the comments below. We love reading your sentences. The busy part of the day is over, and now it's time to relax. Describing how you wind down is a perfect way to connect with someone. Let's learn the phrases you need for talking about your evening. First, finishing work. You can say, I usually get home from work around 6 p.m. What happens next is often dinner. I often cook dinner for myself. My family and I always eat dinner together. If I'm very tired, I sometimes order dinner. Now for the best part of the evening, relaxing. How do you relax? Let's practice some common phrases. Remember to repeat them. In the evening, I usually watch a show on Netflix. I occasionally read a book before bed. I always listen to music to relax. I try to go to bed around 11 p.m. Notice how these simple phrases, with words you already know, paint a very clear picture of your life. It's so much more engaging than just saying, my day was good. You're sharing a piece of your world, and that's the real goal of conversation. Fantastic work. You've done so well today. Now let's check back in with Anna. She's practiced using the present simple tense and adverbs of frequency for her morning, afternoon, and evening routines. She feels more prepared and confident. Let's see what happens now. In the same video call scenario, the native speaker smiles and asks, So, Anna, how was your day? Anna smiles confidently and replies, It was pretty good, thanks for asking. It was just a typical day, really. I usually have a big meeting on Tuesdays, which is always a little hectic. After work, I normally just cook dinner and watch a show to relax. How about you? How was your day? Wow, what a transformation! Did you see what she did? Her answer was incredible. It was detailed, natural, and confident. She used the phrases we practiced, but most importantly, she asked a question back. How about you? That right there is the key to turning a simple question into a flowing, natural conversation. You have learned so much today. Let's do a quick review of the main points. First, use the present simple tense for your habits and routines. Second, add adverbs of frequency like usually, often, and sometimes to add natural detail. And third, think about your day in 3 parts: morning, afternoon, and evening. And to help you even more, here are a few bonus phrases for a quick, direct answer to how was your day. If you had a great day, you can say, couldn't be better, or it's been great so far, thanks. If you had a very busy day, you could say, it's been hectic, or I've been busy all day. And if you're feeling really tired, you can say, I'm beat, or to be honest, I'm completely spent. The most important part of any lesson is practice. Confidence doesn't come from watching, it comes from doing. So here's your homework. In the comments below, tell us about your day. Write 2 or 3 sentences and try to use at least 1 adverb of frequency and 1 new phrase you learned in this video. For example, you could write, I usually wake up early and go for a walk. In the evening, I always read a book before I go to sleep. We promise to read every single comment. If this video helped you feel more confident, please give it a like and be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have many more lessons coming to help you speak English fluently and naturally. Thank you for learning with us today. Have a good one.